Welcome back to the King's Corner, the place for all things Bethesda. I am the KingFanMan, and if you love Bethesda and you haven't subscribed yet, why not? Just tap that little button in the bottom right corner. Just one little tappy tap tap. Today we are talking Starfield, and Todd Howard has everyone's head spinning after his recent comments in an interview with Eurogamer at Game Lab in Spain. By the way, he was in Spain to receive an Industry Legend Award from Game Lab. He was asked in this interview to clarify the term next gen that he used to describe Starfield at E3. He told Eurogamer that he thought next gen could be three things. It means hardware, software, and gameplay as well. He went on to say, what does the next generation of an epic single-player RPG feel like to us? What systems do we put it on? What is the hardware requirements? That's still to be determined, he said. He said we are pushing it. We are thinking very, very far into the future. So we are building something that will handle next generation hardware. That is what we are building on right now. That is where our mind is. But that doesn't mean it wouldn't exist on the current systems as well. So what does all this mean? It certainly does sound like a cross-generation game to me. That is a game built to run on current consoles with all the current stats and requirements. But it is also built so that it will run proficiently on the next generation of consoles as well, when they come out. Now this may mean that this game is set to be released long before the new generation of consoles hits the markets. Now we've talked about Starfield maybe being a launch title for the next Xbox because of Bethesda's close relationship with Microsoft. But listen, this is big. Todd Howard would not have said this, in my opinion, if Bethesda Game Studios was going to wait on the new consoles. And you know, they know, or at least have a great idea when the next Xbox will hit the market, which will probably be 2020 or 2021 at the latest. Which brings me right back to my predictions that I have always had with Starfield even before E3. I think it's coming in the fall of 2019 or at the very latest 2020. Again, with these new comments by Todd Howard, it's coming as a cross-generation title. That means before the new consoles. Now, Todd Howard stated in this interview that Starfield has been in full development since 2015. That's right after Fallout 4 was released. But the seeds go all the way back, according to Howard, all the way back to 2004. He said at the time of Fallout 3's development, the team at Bethesda Game Studios needed another project to work on and chose a sci-fi game. Pre-production of the game goes all the way back to 2013. Of course, that's the time of the trademark. We also found out in the documentary, The Making of Fallout 76, that while the studio in Austin was making Fallout 76, both the main Maryland studio and the studio in Montreal, Canada, have been and currently are working on Starfield. Now that is at least twice the manpower, or lady power, that made Fallout 4. And Todd has said several times that the game is already playable. Now to what point, he hasn't said, but it appears that they are marching on pretty quickly to completion. So Todd Howard did answer a lot of questions in this interview, but there's still a lot left to answer. He said hardware, software, and gameplay is what he meant by next generation. Well, does this mean a new engine? Is there new hardware coming? Or are they going to continue to enhance the old engine? Again, more questions need to be answered before Starfield comes. Now, I know I say this a lot, but I truly mean this. I truly cannot wait to see this epic game. It has been called the biggest leap in gaming. I can't even imagine what this game is going to be. What did Todd himself call it? The most epic sci-fi thing? Now, before I go, I need to give one big shout out and thank you, but it's not to a Patreon or even a subscriber. It's a long overdue thank you to one of my Bethesda brothers. He is a great content creator and a great friend. Play It Forward. I want all of y'all to go check out his channel and subscribe to him. Let me tell you a little bit about him. He's a great guy of character, and has great content, as I said. But I'm going to tell you a story about him. I was new to YouTube, had probably about 50 subscribers, maybe 60. I was watching his podcast one night. I believe it's called Joe Knows All. And toward the end of the podcast, he just started talking about me. I had no idea he was going to do it. And he was talking about me good. And I wanted to repay him. But again, I only had about 50 subscribers at the time. Well, now I almost have 400. I know it's not near as many as he has, but I can repay him a little bit. So y'all go check out Play It Forward's channel. Again, a great guy who loves Bethesda. How can you get any better than that? Play It Forward. Y'all go check him out. You will love his channel. Play It Forward. I am the KingFanMan, and I will see you guys later.